Hello, everyone. We're here to get our game on tonight. We're going to be playing a whole host of games. Just a glorious smorgasbord of games, arcade games, console games, hours and hours of games. And I'm ready to kick it off with one of my favorites. One of my all-time favorite arcade games. We're going to kick this off with a little bit of Zookeeper. Zookeeper, guys. I love this game. Let's get her going. Really, you need a joystick to play this one, but by God, we're going to play it. We're going to play it here with the old gamepad. This is one of my perennial favorites on the arcade machine. And we're off. You know, a lot of people misunderstand what this game is. They think the object of the game is to keep the animals in the pen. Incorrect. The object of the game is to jump over these animals as quickly and as most efficiently as you can. Because that's where the big points lie. You get enough of these animals, in one leap, you can score the vaunted million point, I should say, jump. Which I don't think I've ever done. I've had some extremely large jumps, but I don't think I've ever gotten the big one. Now, when you get to the end of the round, you do want to try to pin these suckers because you get bonus points for each one of the ones that are stuck in the old pin here. This is the level that makes or breaks you right here. This is one of the hardest parts of the game, to be honest. It all stems on where you're at when that monkey throws that coconut. Because what they've done here, see, I've got problems right now, big problems. The way this works is you'll get a big amount of points if you can jump on the ramp that she's on, like that. Now you can the points go up every time you can successfully jump off that and jump back on, but I can tell you right now from experience, it is definitely super difficult. Now, like I said, I'm not going to try to pin too many of these guys, because the way you're facing determines how these guys run. So ideally, you'd like to be facing the same way for all of them. However, I'm incredibly rusty at this game, and so my skills aren't what they once were. There's no doubt about that. But you can see right there, they're all going the same way. That's what you want. You can see that was a real lucky break there. We've got one guy going the wrong way here too now. But you can see as you... Oh man, my joystick's running out of batteries. Bad timing, joystick. Let's see if we can get through, though. One thing I've noticed about playing these on a controller versus a joystick in an arcade is that you stick going around these corners. I mean, it happens on every controller I've ever used. The only time it doesn't happen is when you're actually playing with an actual arcade stick. Now, right here, you can actually try get as many points as you can. I probably could have jumped that batch of guys and done pretty well, but there was a time where I would consider myself, I'm not gonna say I was world class or anything, but I was a pretty good hand at this game. But unfortunately, the time has passed. Now you want this, because see, that is bad, because with him throwing those coconuts that way, I couldn't get on. And so something else about this game, it basically has its own personal slowdown. Okay, I managed to negotiate my way up there. There's nothing you can do about that slowdown. Now this is the other bizarre, this is a strange game. This game is where you're going to get your bonus keeper, and you've got to jump up to rescue your woman. The problem is, you could get killed right here, and you not only not get a bonus keeper, but you lose your guy. You can lose all your guys there. So, you may think to yourself, oh great, there's a bonus round. Well, it's not that great. It's super deadly. Okay, we're gonna try to use the net here to, if I can get it, to make some of these guys go the way I want. We want them all going that way. Of course, there's always a couple that don't play the game. Now, we've got a good wad of guys coming here, so I'm gonna go for it. Oh man, that would have been a good jump right there. That's the game. You've got, when you see opportunities, you've got to take them. And this game, you'll get killed a lot. You'll have a lot of games where you score horribly. But that's part of it, man. I really should have went after the guys going the other way, fortunately. too little, too late. So they're all. We've got a good group going that way. We just need to clump them together. Oh man, this is dangerous. Oh, I couldn't even see what I scored there. And really, you don't get the huge points until at least you get to the level with the lions. Now, again, I'm just a humble country boy playing this game. You're world-class level guys. I mean, they're millions of times better at this than I am. But I generally know, so like when you play Mr. Do, like I've got an idea of how to get the big points. It doesn't mean I've got the skill to do it. And this is, yeah, this is where it's madness here. What we need to get here is another clump. Go ahead and get this. Oh, and that's it. That is tough. That is tough. I mean, yeah, you can tell I haven't played on this new build for a while because most of my computers and arcade machines are completely filled with scores. I would call that a very bad score, but them's the breaks. Zookeeper, though, you should definitely check it out. As Shanna R. Monroe said, it's a game about greed, and it's all it's about. Let's change it up a little bit here, and go with some. Let me see here. What I'm in the mood for. Oh, let's get some Wizards of War here. It's a game I owned. Yeah, I mean that's awesome. I owned this game briefly. I think me and my brother paid $50 or $75 for it, playing blind. Wow, not a good start. And we ended up getting it in the same deal that we got Donkey Kong in. Same price. And boy, what a day that was. And locally, I might add. Sometimes you get those deals. Not as much now as you used to back in the day. Uh-oh, not good. This is a unique game where you've got a second player that sort of is the invisible guy. Man, that crazy announcer. This game runs in a real bizarre resolution as well. This is just a strange game. It always struck me as an odd game, but it's sort of unsettling in its way. You know, and it's in a weird way, it's sort of creepy too. The tension builds up, you know, and it's just an odd game, but it's fun. It's a great game for 2 players. I've always really enjoyed it. Did you just die already? And if you can take out the wizard, you're in, or the warlock. I see this guy's, yeah, he's playing me here. Killed that guy. Oh, and now he's gonna kill me. That took too long. This is gonna be tough. There we go. We got lucky. There he is. Gotta get him before he leaves. No, couldn't get him. That guy's worth good points, but you can find him. This is another game that a skilled player can go far in. I keep saying this, but just I'm out of practice on a lot of these games. There was a time when we were really competing heavily in arcade classic arcade game stuff, me and Chad and Brent, but it's been so many years ago. I'm gonna go again on that one. After this guy finishes bad mouthing me. Man, he's really talking smack. That's a guy that Gorgar would be pleased with. That's a lot of smack talking. I think I inadvertently gave myself tons and tons of men. Yeah, I did. We'll actually turn this down a little bit. I think we're a little loud. We'll go ahead and finish this round and we'll do that. Yeah. And that guy talks a lot of trash. Let's go this way. Yeah. Oh. Cheap. You forget those guys can shoot sometimes. Get in here. Get in here. Here it is. Dadgummit, he just touched my gun and killed me. There it is. Oh, here he comes. Got him. I was ready for him that time. Yeah, that is a weird noise. Super weird, man. Double score dungeon. Oh. I was over pursued there. You can't really catch them on those breaks like that. They'll hit you too quick. There you go. Oh man, I'm in it now. I'm in a good spot here. Oh, I couldn't get that guy. I don't know what happened. Oh, son of a gun. There he is. Oh, the other guy got him. Oh, there's the wall, man. There's the big man. Look at that. Look at the effects right there. That's outstanding. Alright. You see they're taking some of the maze away and made it more deadly. Wow. I already wasted that extra man. And that's the ball game. Wow. Not my best work. Not my best work at all. Holy smokes. Turn that desktop audio down a little bit. Okay. Let's see what else we can get into here. Gosh, there's so many good choices. Let's try Arcade Warlords. I love this game at home. I think I can use the analog stick to play it. Let's try it. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Okay, let me see. Yes. All right, I can. Let's see if I can do it effectively. Oh my God, how fast. Look how small your thing is too. It's so small. I'm not gonna lie, I always wanted this for the house. Because it's such a fun game for multiplayer. But man, this is forgotten how absolutely difficult this was. Look at that thing. I always like the look of this thing in an arcade cabinet. This was one of the all-time great Atari 2600 games. I mean, the thing, it had all those cool game variants and stuff. It was really good. Look at that. Holy, oh gosh. There you go. You can grab it. Just like at home. The fireball looks a lot cooler than it does in the home version, that's for sure. I'm just gonna tear up. We gotta get rid of one of these guys right now. Oh, we've introduced a second fireball. I like that. There he goes. Oh, I thought we had him right there, frankly. Oh, we're gonna have me if I don't watch it. I mean, I am more than a little exposed here. Oh! Wow, it's tough to play with an analog stick. It works great with the spinner. I love that thing with the spinner. It's so nice. Just a fun game. We're just going to tiptoe through these arcade games here and just try some different stuff. We maybe haven't played for a while, or some stuff maybe I've never played. Just some stuff that catches my fancy. Gosh, I've played Altered Beast a few thousand times. Love that game too. Never got into the art of fighting stuff. Let's try. Of course, I love me some bad dudes. That's one of me and the boys' favorite games. Let's try some arcade Berserk. Played this a couple months ago on the Atari, I believe. I loved it. This is a great classic game. It's got to beep a few dozen times. There it goes. And here we are. This is a game, it's beautiful in its simplicity. You know, you've got the dumb robots, another game that talked. It can't be overstated how impressive that was in the early 80s. I mean, it was unbelievable. It's funny how much more smoothly Otto moves in the home versions of this. Like he's starting to get pissed off. I gotta get out of here. Get him. Gotta go, gotta go. Oh! I dilly-dallied too long. There's some red robots here. I love that. I remember I read somewhere where how many phrases this had. It wasn't tons, but it's got enough. Shoot each other, you idiots. Oh! Man, bad luck. Okay, let's try. The red ones are a little more dangerous than your... These guys are not that dumb. I noticed that Otto comes out really fast. I think you get a little extra time in the home version. I played the home version a lot more than I've played the... Oh! Jeez. We're gonna try that again, that's for sure. Okay. I think he just said charge him. Yeah. Charge it. Charge it. I always like the case this was in. The marquee has that sort of neon light, like the look to it, the font or whatever they used. Dadgummit, these guys are tough. Those red guys are super deadly. I think there are tricks to all these guys, but I know them. That's for darn sure. Destroy the intruder. Intruder alert, intruder alert. Yeah. Get some of you suckers before I have to go. Fight like a robot. A great line, an all-time classic line. You hear echoing through the arcade. This is another one. I saw a movie on this game, and the fellow playing it was the world record holder. And the game, his scores were bested by a fellow who learned a pattern of these mazes that would give him an advantage when playing. So these mazes are not random per se. Like, you can actually memorize which way to go, which I found interesting. Because to me, I always thought they were just random mazes, but I guess there's some pattern to them. And it's funny because the hero of the movie, he didn't like this guy because he thought that was unfair. He didn't think that was a fair way to play. I think it is. I mean, anything you can do that takes advantage of the, if you could take advantage of the system, that's, it's programmed in there. But still, it's I can understand his, especially since he grew. All of his playing was he never played like that. So basically, he would have to overcome his own programming to a certain degree. Holy moly, get out of there! Oh, the door was shut. I forgot about that. Gosh, not bad, not bad. Let's see what else we can get into. I love the look of that. Excuse me. the metal, the curve. I just think it's a neat looking thing. You know, that's what I want to play here. Let's go down to the Fs. And while we're doing arcade stuff, let's go to another classic, a real old classic. Immortalized on Seinfeld after all those decades. Our good buddy Frogger. This is yet another system I owned. Again, also played blind. This one came to me with a bad motherboard as well. This is actually the first game I successfully fixed. I never fixed the monitor though, and sold the machine. You know, I'd say after I had it for about 2 months, me and Brent got the fever for a while, and so we were buying quite a few games. And in fact, I think Frogger came in a batch of games that also included Moon Patrol, Super Cobra. I believe there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there as well. There were a bunch of different ones. All of them in non-working condition. I don't think any of them worked when we got them. And so it was like a crash course in arcade repair. And this one, luckily from working at IBM, I knew how to do board repairs. And so this one, pretty obvious it had some cut lands on it. It was just a matter of fixing that. But I learned. That was way before I was ready to tackle monitors, though, which were a whole different kettle of fish if you're not used to it. Oh, there's my girl. Come here, darling. Come to daddy. I'll show you a good time. I thought this was a real clever game back when it came out, and still think it's pretty clever. My God, has any game been imitated more than Frogger and ripped off? And I mean, I'd say this and Pac-Man are the champions of being completely ripped off. Look at all these cars. You go from like hurricane traffic to the traffic at, say, Houston. Alright, here's my woman. We gotta get over here this time. I can't mess around. Got a timer on us. There we go. Much like some people, myself sometimes, I waited too long to pull into traffic. This game's got a pretty steep, it goes up, the difficulty goes up pretty quick. I find, anyway. Let's try to get one of these. I want to get that, let that gator get you. One of the games that only doesn't have any buttons. Always something else I always enjoyed about it. It's very clever to get a game this good and not have any buttons. Oh, that's bad luck. Oh! That was my own fault right there. Up, and that was my fault for trying to hurry. Gosh. Just like that. That was dumb. Oh man, I almost did it again, y'all. Alright, we need a log. That's definitely the hardest area to get to, obviously, is that area right in front of the door. There we go. Remember, Freeway for the VCS, the Atari 2600. Which was an Activision offering. And, it was the old, when did the chicken cross the road? Because you were playing a chicken. And I remember the ad campaign. I always thought that was, as far as clones go, I always thought that was a pretty good clone of it. If we're okay, if we don't get that gator popping up. There we go. I like the music on this, too. It's nice and upbeat and friendly. You see there's an extra bulldozer there. Alright. Oh man, we don't want that snake. Those are no good. He won't be your girlfriend, that's for darn sure. Man, he's hogging that. Very hogging that limb. Alright. we're in. There we go. Try it again. Yeah, snake on the actual sidewalk down there. Very cheesy. Sorry, honey, I'm not gonna get you this time. I'll put this in up here. There we go. There's something addictive about this game. I mean, it's one of those games I play year after year. It's just fun. See if we can get the woman here. Oh, I forgot her. Come on, baby, don't be hard to get. And we're in. All right. We're back in the groove here. Oof. Got that on a little bit close. There's my woman again. Come here. I got a lot of chick frogs on the side, man. Oh boy, I'm left myself the toughest one for last. We'll see if we have a chance to get in there. There's my woman. Alright, I got a frog. I think I got one for every spot. Oh, man. Oh. Just a little bit short. Not bad, though. First place. Oh, man. That was a good chunk of change away from an extra frog. That's a great game, though. I've always enjoyed that one quite a bit. A lot of fun. Let's have some Galaga, however you want to play it. I just, I mentioned earlier this week that my son, my son loves Warblade, the sequel to Deluxe Galaga on the Amiga, made by Edgar Vigdahl, who was a genius. He also did Deluxe Pac-Man on the Amiga. And my son, for whatever reason, is some kind of master of this game. Got to level 97 out of the 100 levels that are there. Seemed very close to completing the game. And I watched him play it, and it was just amazing. He got to like into the 80s before he lost a man. And I'll never be that good at Warblade. I own a Galaga, and I've got friends that are great at this. The Chud is a master of this game. But I just do my best to kind of hold my own, to see how... So we'll see how I do here. It's a great game, but I've been playing so much Warblade that this seems... It's so crazy to play this. In terms of shooters. There's probably not going to be a whole lot of shooters in the docket tonight, because I've played so many, but when I saw it there, I couldn't help myself. Wow, not a good start. I know this is hard to believe, but I'm actually not too bad at this game. But it's another game I don't play that much because I own it. I don't play that much with a gamepad. And so it feels weird to me. Well, we'll see what we can do. There's nothing worse than playing a game that you think you're pretty good at and instantly sucking. It's just the worst feeling. There we go. One thing we like about Warblade is you can actually have 3. You capture the enemy, and it's sort of like a Galapus. I think it was like that. I've never liked any of the Galaga sequels. I'll be completely honest. I know Cody on Pixel Guide In famously badmouthed Galaga, which was insane. But and actually preferred the sequels. But I can tell you, I've never liked the sequels as much. No. There it is. Woof. Slight vindication, but not much. Okay. Let's get back into it here. Here we go. My brother's a good hand at all games. It's infuriating, frankly. And very seldom can I beat him at anything. And I have a feeling like he's going to smoke me on a lot of this stuff. But, I hate to say this, but I've noticed a lot playing Warblade. This is... God, I hate to say this. I'm embarrassed to say it, but it's just the truth. I think my skills have just diminished as I've gotten older. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily like I don't have the jack. I don't have the hand-eye coordination. I don't think that I used to. And gosh, it's just horrible to say. And God knows, you guys know I play a lot of games. Every week. I mean, there's never a week that goes by where I don't play a whole slew of games. Just for the show, I'll play a ton of games. But I see stuff happen on Warblade, and I can't stop it, and it's the most frustrating thing. And it's the thing is that I should stop it. I mean, I was better at Warblade when I started playing than I am now. It's infuriating, and I can only attribute it to the fact that I just am slipping, and I'm not sure what can be done. To be completely honest with you, it's not an eyesight thing. I don't think it's anything like that. I just think I don't have the reflexes I used to, and man, that's tough to deal with, especially when you've been sort of a lifelong gamer. That's hard to come to grips with. I mean, I'm not some kind of doddering old idiot. I can still go, but it's just not having them like you used to. It's tough to deal with, man. Like that. That was pathetic. I'm glad no one's. Well, I was gonna say, almost said I'm glad no one's here. Well, I missed 2, I think. Or maybe 3. Yeah, 3. Jesus. Oh, well. I hope that when this pandemic's over and everyone's getting back together. Because really, I'll be honest with you, I don't spend that much time in the arcade. Because there's no one can come over. And, oh, son of a gun. And so, with no visitors... I mean, I can play all the games in here, you know what I'm saying? It's just, but I like to go out there. That's part of it. The ambiance and the fun. That's part of it, is being out there. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And so I find myself going out there very seldomly right now. So it's just, since me and Brent don't get together anymore to shoot, we don't shoot shows in the arcade anymore. And so I'm often here in my room doing these shows and playing games and streaming and whatnot, and so I just don't get out there that much. And I think once I get back out there, good grief, I think once I get back out there, hopefully I'll get some of my jack back. I think this, and some of it's being like perpetually tired. It's just that this pandemic has been funny to me, not ha funny, but just shoot. God, it's been a strange feeling, your routines are taken up, and normally, yay, I got my name in, guys. Normally, when you have normally when you're off work, it's a day off work, and so you rest, for example, and now I'll be working from home occasionally, and that still means getting up, being attentive, sitting here, not doing fun stuff or things I normally would do, and it's a weird feeling. It's hard to get used to, or having to, watch Luke, keep up with his schoolwork, stuff like that. It's a whole different world, and it's a crap world, Nothing against that. Oh, I know what I want to play. Here's a game no one plays. I've talked about it before. We never play it. Well, I'll play that next. I'll play this first. When this is over, I just hope I can feel normal again. I mean, thankfully, I haven't gotten sick. So that, knock on wood. And I know a lot of people have, including people that are good buddies on Discord and friends of mine. A lot of people in the medical fields have really had a rough time. Oh man, I barely made that one, guys. And so I know it's tough, and a lot of people have been furloughed. I mean, we came in ace of being furloughed. We've been very fortunate that if it weren't the fact that we were part of the police, the Kentucky State Police, I think we probably would have gotten the boot, But we've been fortunate, and of course, we've been out in the field doing some pretty nutty work. which also adds to your stress levels. You know, it's just there's a certain. Remember when, some of you that are old enough to remember the Jimmy Carter administration, they always used to say that his administration was plagued because there was a malaise that fell over the United States, and which I think that was bogus. I don't think you can blame that at the feet of Carter, but there's a malaise. It feels like to me over the U.S. right now, and over the world to a certain extent, that where everyone's just sort of, it's almost like we're all trapped in they're stuck in pause, or at least it's at half speed, and I think we're all anxious to get back to what we like to do, which is just live normally. It's one thing I always said to people about drinking when you get real liquored up. It's one thing, or you're real sick. The one thing you don't realize is how great it feels to feel good. It's good to feel good, and feeling bad sucks. And with fingers crossed that we've got a good vaccine here that will, oh, jeez, clip my foot. That's ridiculous. Hopefully this vaccine will fit the bill and we can distribute this thing all over the world. I have no doubt this was a international group effort of geniuses and the the top men there at the pharmaceutical companies, and hopefully when we all get immunized from this and treated, we won't have to worry about it for some time. Although honestly, I think we all I think we all know that this probably won't be the last time we are wearing masks or being limited in our travels. But we'll see. Good grief, I was so close. I usually do better at this as well. I'm not having good luck here either. I think these guys have sort of opened it up for me here. I don't know if they're going to close it up here. Here we go. And here it is. The old green heart. Green heart of love. I always wonder how that works. Do you just hang on the vine with her as you untie her? Because it looks like you were put plummet into the boiling pot. Love that. Great scream. I'm guessing this is the one that ended up getting banned because the Edgar Rice Burroughs estate was not happy that they had. I mean, let's face facts. This is as much as you can rip Tarzan off. There's no. This is Tarzan. I remember playing this at a little convenience store in Charleston, West Virginia, and I was just like, man, what a great game. The graphics were unbelievable. The sound was unbelievable. Oh, not good. Oh, son of a gun. There it is. Man, not my best. Not my best. Now let's get to where I was going. I went there in the first place. And this little convenience store would get occasionally. It's funny where you remember playing stuff, because my grandmother at the time lived in Charleston, and it was right near her house, and then right across the street was a grocery store that had a bump and jump in it. And I remember that Jungle Hunt was also paralleled by Gorgon. If you remember the pinball machine, me, Gorgon. A great game. This is a game me and my son found and sort of got obsessed with for a while. Just loved it. It's a strange game. And there's I believe it almost got a port to the Amiga. I believe it never was actually, I think it was unreleased, as I recall. And I don't know where else they would have ported it. I always thought it was a fun game. Again, that's another one I haven't played for a while, but we'll give her a shot. My son always thought that these guys looked like pugs, and so that's what he loves pugs. So he always wants to play it because let's play the pug game. There we go. Makes it easier when they're all dead. The funny thing with this game is like the way these portals open, and like the same thing with the fire, it just sort of randomly appears. But it's a pattern to it. With these guys, you have to get rid of them straight away. There's a little, get them out of here. There's always food dropping down too. I always thought that was kind of strange. Okay. And they'll recover from that water. So you've got to sort of kill them. Let's go ahead and get this guy and eat the cake. There we go. And there's a lot of secrets in this, too, we found. Like, for example... There we go. And you see this flower right here. I always like this. This is kind of cute. Also, you can pick which path you want to go on. No, here's nothing worse than an evil flying Joker clown that screw up your life. Oh, poor guy. Here we go. It picks up quite a bit. This game's got it's got hot seat 2-player, and me and my boy have played this tons of times. It's so much fun. I love it so much when my son takes an interest in a classic game, you know, and I've been lucky because he sort of, I guess, because he sees me playing so much weird stuff, he doesn't seem to think too much about it, you know, playing something that's not modern. I mean, he's got a Switch, and he plays a lot of phone games and stuff. So it's not like he doesn't have a modern machine, he doesn't know what they are. But, you know, I very rarely play oh, man. I very rarely play modern stuff. And so, most of what we play is totally old school. Shoot. Although he does make fun of me for some of the weird stuff I pick. I will admit that. I gotta get off that thing before I shoot the water. And this game also has continues. I know it does, actually. There we go. And you can actually... There we go. Got some unique things in here. I don't want to let that thing... See, it's not dormant. There it goes. Son of a gun. Not a good start. I think I can continue. If I can, I'll start from there. Or not. I always put my name in. I don't know why. No one's gonna see it but me. Yeah, I'll see where it starts me. Okay, good. See, look at that. Oh, God. Not a good start, though. Right into the... Look at all that. Good lord. There we go. Now. Boss battle time. Yeah, this is the flaming bunny. So you gotta basically throw fire in his mouth. Like getting hit by fire. Throw water in his mouth. Maybe said fire. I'm not even getting old. Say what you dumb crap. My kid likes the cutesy bosses too. He thinks this stuff's pretty funny. Almost got him. Oh, son of a gun. I tell you, it's got not my go at this time around. Let's try this guy again. I got greedy, is what happened. There we go. Sometimes this guy's harder than others, too. So you can sort of bank that water in. There it goes. And so you get to pick your door. I don't know what the difference is, but here we go. I'm sure someone can tell you. You can see we've got quite a ways to go before we go to the... I'd rather just fly that dude straight up to the... Now this is where the game starts getting real interesting. See, there's a little turn wheel down here that you're sort of spinning. So everything in this is literally based on your ability to throw water around. Here's some suckers with umbrellas. Here we go. There's various paths you can take in this too that are, like I said, it's very unique. Now see, I can actually jump out of the boat. Let me get it to where we can. So we can keep going right through here, although that's not what I want to do. See if I can get back this way. Looks like I may have washed us ashore here. Yeah, I'm going to get out. Oh well, so we'll take this thing. You can see your guy can swim, but it's dangerous. Those little fish right there are super dangerous. They're hard to kill too. There we go. Let's get back on that thing. Now we'll take this guy across and see they can't hurt us like this. But that's as far as you can go on that. But you'd be amazed how crazy... Oh, this is not good. I got real lucky there. You'd be amazed how far you can get those things if you're strategic about it. Which I'm not. as you may be well aware. If I jump off this, I don't think I can make that. So yeah. And so ends up... That's a trick to a certain degree. So you need to get rid of as many of these fish as you can. Because these, yeah, they're nasty. They jump up and get you. Is that my last guy? No, I got a guy. Let me see if I can... Whoa! That was weird. One way to do it, though. Strategically use your invisibility powers that you didn't know you had. Okay. I've got to be very careful here. We'll get rid of those. Guys will respawn in this too, and it's a real pain. Alright, now down here we've got to swim for it, and this is where I've died millions of times. You just got to be as careful as you can, and still not careful enough. Infuriating. Oh well, that's Liquid Kids. It's a fun game, but it's nutty. It can be complex, that's for sure. Let's try... Let's see what else we can find here. Boy, gosh, there's so many good ones. Let's try some Bingo. This is a great game. I think I've talked about my love of this game before. Loads of fun. Lots of different ways to play it. I've played some good ports of this over the years too. Let's say. This is a game that can be frustratingly difficult if you're... I mean, you gotta go quick. Yeah, say, like first level, first screen, right away. I've got to get into the groove. It's probably take me a few games to get into the groove of this one. But we're gonna go for it here. Let's try it again. Some of this game too is just straight up luck. I've noticed the ports never 100% get the feel of this game often. Because it has a feel. And they often forget the border aspect of it as well. That. There we go, we got that guy anyway. Now this he's trying to avoid these borders. He doesn't want to go out this way. Let's see if we can get him. Man, he's on me. Up there he goes. He'll leave now. Let's see if I can stop him. Nope, I couldn't get him. If you shake the border while they're on it, it will stun them. So that was not the best. So we'll try this again here. I usually start slow at this, I'll be honest. Okay. We've got to kill some guys straight away. There's a guy. Oh, not good. Not good. Oh. Not this time. There we go. That was better. I like the timing aspect of the scoring. Time for the penguin butt dance. I always thought this was great. Shake that tail feather. They really do a full-on butt dance in the second break. Okay, here we go. It's always fun to try to... Uh-oh. That didn't work out. It's always fun to try to match those diamonds up, but man, is it hard. Oh, man. Caught me with my pants down right there. I ran right into him. I mean, if you can get the diamonds together, a lot of it's just luck of the draw. Because, I mean, it's really... I mean, better people than me can do it a lot more. There we go. No breaks there. There we go. Time for the music to change. Yep, there it goes. This guy will head for the door. Or he'll actually try to kill me for a minute. Then there he goes. Didn't quite get him. That means I get no bonus. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Oh, now that's... You would think that's a good setup, but it's not the best. That's the problem. It's... There we go. Shoot. There we go. There we go. There we go. And... Oh, there it is. Oh! Not good. I don't like... There we go. Gosh. So tough. It's fun to watch people that are really good at this game play it, because it's not easy, but it's I mean, you can get better. This is another game I used to be a pretty good hand at, but my skills have waned over the years. Here we can see the full-on butt dance. Bam, 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 bam. There it is. Taking the booty. I always thought that was so cute. What a missed marketing opportunity. I think this game only had one official sequel, and as I recall, it was not that good. But I could be wrong. Oh, I missed it. I got problems, yep. Dadgummit. Thanks for playing. Well, at least they're polite about it. They didn't say, like, you suck at this. Go away. Never play again. Let's move along here. Oh, okay, here's another one. We gotta play this one. Phoenix. It's a great game. I think it's old school arcade night. I think I've determined that. I'm in the mood. This is another game. I've mentioned this in the show, I know it. When I first saw this game, I thought to myself, my God, graphics can't get any better than that. I swear to you. I was just amazed. I was like, it plays music. There's a scrolling universe behind it with fireballs and galaxies and stuff. It can't. Man. I was like, it can't possibly get any better than this. And then I saw the third screen with all the birds. Gosh, why isn't my shield holding up here? I'm gonna try this one again. That's what's supposed to happen. Stay on longer, you dumb shield. My buddy Dale, or not Dale, Abe. Abe's ultimate goal was to own this machine. And he never did own one, but he ended up getting a MAME cabinet. And he actually got into pinball and stuff too, so he really got the disease pretty bad. But this was his game. I remember him, he's like, if you ever see one of these. So anytime I saw one pop on the market, I'd call Abe up and say, like, there's another one, dude. You know, these don't come up that much. Century, I think, made these, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I believe this is one of those ones that was, like, put out by several different publishers, or, distributors. Not good. Not good. Ugh. Son of a gun. Not having a good night here, but we'll see if we can at least get to the... Have to at least beat the boss once. These things are tough to hit sometimes, man. Look at this. Also, the one thing about this game, and no one will tell you this isn't true, the hit detection in this is questionable. Just put it that way. End boss. This is something else. This game had multiple screens. That was awesome. You're like, wow. Oh, son of a gun. Alright, we'll try that one more time. And way before Gyrus, this had classical music. As it was, such as it was. This is another one that requires some readjustment. These aliens move so weird and quirky. I think there's not too many games where the aliens move so bizarrely. I mean, look at that. Who's driving that? My God. How much Dramamine does this alien race have? Come here. Don't you stop? You're just one guy. Stop. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. He just got right beside me and lowered down like 50 shots. I always found this lineup a lot easier to deal with here. Not again. Not again. There. And I've always tried to get a strategy on these guys here. And my strategy is to try to get to the point in the screen where they're lined up as much as you can, so you've got a better chance of hitting something. But I wouldn't call it a sound strategy. Let's face facts. Clearly, as I'm getting killed left and right. Yeah. I'm always limping into these rounds. This is I mean, I love this game. There's an addictive quality to it, but I've never been that good at it. I want to be. I really do, but it moves so bizarrely. I mean, it's one thing about being such an old game. I guess just the makeup of it makes it just weird and difficult. One of those things that always bugged me. Let's see what else we can find here. Got a good thing going. Pleiades. Is this what I think it is? It's not. There's this game where these things come down in slots. I cannot remember the name of it to save my life, and I always think it's Pleiades, but it's not. It'll occur to me. Let's try something off the beaten path here. Let's see here. You know, I love Cubert, but it never plays well at home. It just doesn't. Let's see here. Radar scope. That's the thing that the Donkey Kong hardware is based on. Let's see here. My son and me play a lot of Rampage World Tour. It's one of his favorites. Gotta play some Roston. This is a great game. And the sound in this is top shelf. Yeah. Oh, this is the Japanese version because we've got the awesome opening. This game, I'll suck at this too, but by God, we're gonna give it a whirl. This is a tough game. But man, look at this background, straight out of Lord of the Rings. And the music in this is amongst the all-time great soundtracks in video games, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this is one top-shelf song. I've learned you can't dawdle in this game. You gotta keep moving forward and just hope you can get some energy. Because they will pick you off if you stand anywhere. Go. You gotta know the ledges. Listen to that soundtrack. Man, that's so sweet. It's probably too loud, but it's better to hear that than me. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, nothing can do about now. Don't get hit by a boulder. There we go. Chimera. There we go. Need some health up in this sucker. I'm skipping all the easy parts and going right for the hardest stuff. Oh, God. Oh, I knew it. I had a good run for a second there. You know, you should always use those vines whenever you can. Probably shouldn't leap into death either. Here we go. Let's try it. A little. Here's your move. You ready? See if we can do it. We can't. Oh! Always go down with the sword down. The way the guys glide over these little ledges, it's sort of infuriating, truth be told. Makes it real hard to negotiate them. See if we can just get out of this level. Oh man, you know there's a horde of guys down there. Looked like she was riding him. Kind of cool. Here's this idiot. What's that? These guys can... Yeah, that little shot right there is the cheapest. They'll try to get you before you get in here. Come on. Got lucky there. Yeah, here we go. I like the cycling. It works for the river. Like cycling blue. Wow. Could have been worse. These things here, I hate so much. And those things too. Here we go. Yeah, I knew I was bunning on that. Almost dead. Son of a gun. And there was that mace. And this level, this first level, I don't remember being this long. Oh, jeez. What a mess. Shoot, and I missed the freaking mace. Would have helped. These guys congeal up here at the top. And of course, that lion, that Shamir, or whatever the thing is, can lob that crap down so it actually hits you. You're pretty safe otherwise. Alright, almost there. Mad charge across the... There we go. Gee, Christmas. Now the game gets ultra hard. These guys, you can only hit them from the side. The non-armored side. You're not going anywhere, big boy. Gotta have the old spear trap. This game's longer than anyone probably knows because it's so hard. Son of a gun. I thought I was in better shape than that. Alright. Still see the two towers guys back there. The Tolkien book cover. Try to get through this thing as quick as possible and avoid as much as we can. The bats. It's always the bats. There we go. I mean, this is where that mace is ultra important. The one I didn't get. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Uh-oh, not good. Oh! Son of a gun. Oh, well. Not bad. Not bad for a quarter. I can live with that. I've played that game all the way through one time because I think we did something on ARG about it. And it took a while. It took a good while to get through it. It was fun. How about a little bit of... Gosh, let's try some Robotron. Not necessarily in my game, but I think I've got the stick to set. It's already set up to play it, so we'll give it a whirl. Alright, so that's operational. There we go. Oh, yeah. Alright. This game made me nervous. Oh, shoot. Wow. Now you can see why. Another of the Great Williams games, because it's got the Great Williams sound. It's just, really, no one had any sound like this. Would you die already? This game, I know this is a perennial favorite of all the genius types that are real good at this sort of thing, but, man, I am no good. Man, they killed my family right away that time. Stupid jerks. Oh, man. Come here, Dad. It's funny how popular this game is. I believe this was a Jarvis game. I believe it was. Man, there are people that are better at this than I am, and I'm not putting my initials on that score. Horrible. But I don't know, occasionally I'll play it just to remember why I don't play it. Oh man, I wonder if we can play this. Let's see how this plays with the control pad. This game was gosh. I remember walking into an arcade and they had the cockpit version of this. Holy moly. What a machine. I remember being very impressed with this game. And I thought it was really cool. Good luck. Let's see how it... Oh man, this might be a little tough with this, and we'll give it a shot. The Amiga version of this was adequate. It was slow. This is the level where you just kind of learn how to drive. There we go.
You have completed level 1.
I like the Atari when they did these futuristic games like Road Blasters. They had a nice. I like how they mixed in the everything. It looks cool. The backgrounds look cool. It sounds futuristic and cool. It's got a different. I mean, it's a unique idea. I mean, this game really isn't like any other racing game, you know, that I can remember. Yeah, I like that. There's pads. It's always fun to get on those things and go to work. There we go. Just shoot some people that are going to work. Screw them. Excuse me. Get in there. There we go. Always just enough time. Not bad. Got 8 boosts. Gonna use this. Here we go. Like the tube dogs or whatever those things are. Is the indestructible jerk cars. Yeah. There we go. It's a good noise. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. And I missed this pad. Here we go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. You can make it. You can make it. Yeah.
You have completed level 3.
Barely. It actually controls pretty well. Ooh, shockwave. Those are cool.
Press start button to fire shockwave.
Okay. That's what I was looking for last time. Forgot I didn't have one yet. Alright, we're off and running here. Indestructible jerks. Did you get off me? There it is. That's cool, man. Oh. And when you hit stuff in this, it really does slow you way down. It's gonna be a tight one here. There's what we need. Yeah. Come on. Look at that.
You have completed.
Hey, I'm doing okay.
Welcome to the food challenge.
Oh, this is great. Yeah. Alright. It's a good idea, too. I don't know if they ever did a remake of this, or an extension. I'm trying to think of a game that would remind me of it. I really can't think of it off the top of my head. I guess maybe Wipeout would be the closest thing. Much like, it's funny, I had a very similar reaction when I saw Wipeout. Just like, holy smokes. Oops, Zigma, I should have zagged there. Oh. I was never could hit those. Is this a bonus level? Can you actually die on this level? Oh yeah, just enough boost to get over the finish line. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Let me... Bam! I'm immortalized. This one's difficult. This part here gets very difficult. Here we go. I'll give her a shot, though. Look at that. How cool. Man, I missed the stars left and right here. Oh my god, we'll use it before we go. I don't have any more of it. Oh man, my car's in rough shape here. Oh, I missed one right there. I could have used that. Oh man, I lost both my little arms. Can't tell me I've got. So I can't bother to be looking. Oh! No! Don't make the noise. Not good. Oh, there's the end. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, so close. I'm pretty happy with that one. I'm pretty happy with that, though. I thought it was a good run. Alright. Very sweet. It's good stuff. Man, I like that one. It's a fun game. Alright, let's keep this sucker rolling here. See what else we can get into. That was fun, though. I like that. That was good times right there. Okay. Well, let's skip way back up here a little bit. See what we can find in the GHI area here. See what we can get into. You know, here's a game that isn't very popular. Let's try this one.
Welcome.
Yeah. This was on the same hardware that Marble Madness was on, and Road Blasters was on. I guess Atari System 2, something like that. Don't hold me to that. Let's see here. Go with this one. Let's see how we do here. Go here. You know, I liked this movie. I liked it more than the first one for a long time. I've kind of reconsidered that. The first one's awful good. But I do like the game. Or the movie. The game, on the other hand, I think people were sort of let down by it. Gosh, don't do that. I haven't played this for a while. I think the last time I played this was a ported version. Gosh, it's real easy to follow this path. The controls are sort of herky-jerky on this. Never quite understood what they were going for here. You know, it's just it's a. Yeah, I just left a bunch of kids behind, but screw them. This is the best part of the whole game here. Here we go. This was a great part in the movie. Just really, the camera work and stuff were awesome in this. There we go. No problem. Yeah. I remember as a kid, I was like, man, it'd be cool to be able to do that. Okay, how do you do this? I'm trying to even remember. Yeah. It'll come to me. Grab, okay. We gotta go across here. Let's see here. Gosh, there's the guy. Oh, not good. Not the. Oh, whip flaming hearts. That sounds like a band. Ooh, almost jumped right in there. Oh, I got it. I guess now I've got to get it back across the bridge. Oh, I see. Gosh, that's convoluted as heck. Get through that. Well, we abandoned a bunch of children, so I guess we're gonna make up for it here. Game's got some weird sound effects too. Just a weird game. It's very like how to explain it? Like, why don't these guys die? That would make a lot more sense. They refuse to go. Seems like if you whooped a sucker, he'd stay down. I know I would. Oh, here's this bit. Let's see if we can get it to work here. Yeah. Not bad. Doing better this time. The guy just jumped to his doom. Sorry, other kids. Oh no, I forgot to whip those thugs. Oh, there are 3 children left. Oh, sorry, kids. Mullah Rom will be pleased. He'll get it. That's a little something for you, Rom. What's those kids are paying me? What do I care? I will say the chick in this was one of the all-time bad actresses. I believe she was married to the guy that ran the studio or something like that. I mean, for real. Like, I know she was married to someone that was in power. I don't think she did a whole lot of acting. Don't hold me to that, though. But I thought her performance in this was just the worst. I mean, she was hot. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, that's not good enough. I mean, you got Harrison Ford there acting his butt off, and you got Short Round and John Rhys Davies and all these guys. And my gosh, get somebody that's somewhere in their wheelhouse to work with. Now here we go. Hey, at least I know what to do this time.
I'm not leaving here without the stones.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm not leaving here without the stones.
Well, I thought I knew what to do. Maybe not. I got my name, man. I'm not super proud of that. I had this the same hardware this ran on. I'm pretty sure it ran on the same thing as Road Blasters and Marble Madness. Road Runner was another one that ran on it. And I owned one of those machines. In fact, I've owned 2 Road Blasters in my life. And it's funny, there's a big slot in the front, on the off to the side, and you pull out this huge board set. I mean, it was a bunch of boards in that thing, and it was pretty impressive at the time. If if you could be impressed with such things. I remember the biggest board I ever handled was the board for Primal Rage. It was mounted on this huge metal plate, and this thing was monstrous. It weighed a ton. It was multiple boards. I believe it had a sound card on there. My Primal Rage, I don't believe mine had good working sound, as I recall. It's been a while since I owned that. I don't think I own it anymore. Me and Brent sold a lot of our boards back in the day. Oh man, I'm gonna give this a quick shot. We sold a lot of boards, and I believe that was one of them. You know, this is one of my all-time favorite games. I don't know if I've ever played this on stream, but it's called Map Mania in the United States, and in Japan it was called Exciting Hour. And it was just one of the first fun wrestling games. This is another one I prefer to play with a joystick, but I'll try to see what I can do here. You know, of course, the Insane Warrior here is a Road Warrior clone. One thing I learned about this game is that if you run into the guy, it sort of resets your counter of what you can do, and so what you can actually take advantage of this quite a bit to basically get pretty far in the game. I mean, I've thought about going for the world record in this. If you want to, I think I could get it. I haven't checked the score recently, but I think I could get it. But I think a lot of people could probably get it, because I mean, you could play this thing for hours and hours if you really want to cheese it. Whoops, let me do that. If you really want to cheese your way through it, you can. Like, I'm just screwing around here, but you can. There's a move in this called a shoulder block. You'll know it when you see it in the 3rd round. When we get to Coco Savage, I'll just play through so we can see all the guys. This guy is Karate Fighter, who is this guy is an homage to the great Kabuki, which was a great wrestler who worked a lot of his time in Texas and Georgia, but he was famous everywhere, including Japan. I think he's his actual name fails me right now, but one of his gimmicks was he always had his hair in his eyes, so you could never see his face. It worked great. I don't know how you could see, frankly, but it was a cool look. And another thing he did that sort of got emulated is that he would spit green mist at people. Whoops, swinging a miss again. Using this joystick's a little bit weird. And the green mist was a great gimmick. I doubt he was the first guy to do it, but it became like a staple of all Asian wrestlers that they had to shoot this mist. Everyone that has come to the States probably has shot mist at one time or another. I mean, I'm just screwing around with this guy. There's some Mega Punch. Kabuki's big move was a thrust kick, which is what this guy does as well. Let's get some air. There we go. I love doing that. You could actually, if you're good enough, if you set them up right, maybe I'll try it in one of these matches. You can just sit there and body press a guy over and over and over, comically. You gotta be careful with this guy. Normal. I mean, he's actually not that tough. I've been screwing with him basically, but you can always hit 3 top rope moves if you haven't done it anymore, and if they're really whacked. You know, normally I also run off the ropes and bounce and do a cross press for a pin, but just since I'm showing that off, I'm not gonna bother. But Kabuki was a great worker. I always enjoyed his matches with Chris Adams, the best in Texas. Battle of the Super Kick versus the Thrust Kick. Now this guy is your typical, African savage gimmick. This gimmick wouldn't fly today, but back in the day, you could get away with it. This guy's big move is the shoulder block. He does it early and often. I'll let him hit me with it here. Trust me, he won't take him long. As far as I'm getting this much offense on him. In fact, here it is. I'll do it to him. Yeah, he loves that too. And there it was. He loves that move. In fact, that's how I learned what you could do with it, because it's so effective. You really can't do anything against him. When he does it, and same thing with that little thing where he hits you in a headlock and punches you in the head. Sometimes this guy will kick out of the triple crown here, but not often. But Coco Savage, he's really good. He'll also does a swan dive. He can grab you by your feet and throw you. He's a cool character. He's the toughest guy in the game by a long shot. He's going to be the guy that ends your night. The Piranha here, your classic masked wrestler. It's hard to say who this guy's based on. Probably an amalgamation of guys, if truth be told. In Japan, guys like the Destroyer and were big. But really, this guy doesn't really resemble him. I don't know who I would say. He's your classic rule breaker. I mean, so he could be based on a Japanese mask guy that I just don't know. But I got a pretty decent knowledge of that sort of thing. So now this guy cheats a lot. So he right there he was going to use his chokehold on me, but I cross-body blocked him enough to get it to not make it work. This guy also will poke you in the eyes. He's the only guy in the game that can reverse a clothesline just like that, and make you fly the ring. I hope he's too far away. He'll reverse this, yeah, and he'll eye poke. Yeah, I want you to see that. He also does an elbow drop. Oh, didn't get that off. I should be able to pile drive him, whip him in the ropes, spin wheel kick him. Yeah, sometimes he's, like I said, he's more defensive than most of the guys, but he's still not that tough, I wouldn't say. I mean, really, you could pin him at any time. Yeah, he can do stuff to where you can't do anything about it. Yeah, see, that much like Coco Savage's headbutt thing, here comes his elbow. Oh, man, he's loading up on him, so he's actually got me on the ropes here. So this could be bad for me. I don't know if I'm going to kick out of this or not. Oh, I got lucky. I gotta get out of here. Let's put this guy to bed. I could have easily lost right there. But of course, again, I normally don't play like this. I'm much more assertive in my wins. But it's fun to show it off. If you look in the crowd of this game, you'll see all sorts of celebrities out there. ZZ Top, Superman, Darth Vader. There's just tons and tons of guys. Of course, this guy, Blues Bloody, is a knockoff of Bruiser Brody. But in America, they changed his name to Golden Hawk and made him a Hulk Hogan guy. But those boots are a trademark of Brody. Also, Brody kicks a ton. That was one of his big things. And so this guy fights just like Bruiser Brody. I mean, if you know anything about Japanese or American wrestling, you know who Bruiser Brody is. We'll reset that. And see, once you reset that, you can get away with a lot of murder. You know, we'll reset it again. You can't always hit a pile driver every time, but you can often do. So he's in rough shape now. I should be able to tack him down here. Yeah, up and up. I almost had him. He'll kick out of this. Because he's a champ, yo. So a shoulder block, well, I'll just hit him with this. Now we got him. And we'll finish him off here. Here's what I normally do. Is the old running cross here, and then we'll put him away. See Stevie Wonder's out there. There's a bunch of celebrities in the crowd. It was sort of one of the funny things about this game. Hey, if you're going to have a crowd in your game, why not put a bunch of celebrities? Now, of course, we've won the belt. In Japan, whenever you win a prestigious trophy like a belt, you get the roses. In fact, normally they give you the flowers before the match, and they give you the trophy after you win. In fact, both champion and challenger usually will get some sort of trophy because there's much more ceremony to these things in Japan. So now at this point, you just go through the cycle of these guys, and again and again, and that's it. And you'll go through them. And so normally you don't have to worry about Coco Savage, and occasionally if you do some dumb stuff, Brody can give you some trouble, you know. I mean, if you screw around, anyone can beat you. Obviously, because I almost got beat. But if you don't screw around, like I'm screwing around now, if I wanted to just pummel this guy with shoulder blocks, like this match would be, I would probably already won, because it's easy to do. And once you hit that once, they're never gonna move again. You can finish them off, and you tack this on. It's funny. I learned, I was doing that because I saw a guy in the arcade do it, and I've done it ever since. And I see a lot of people do it, so I assume I don't know if it's points related. It's funny. I never really point pressed in this game. Never really paid that much attention. Because I mean, effectively, I could play this until I got bored. Me and my buddy Hose would play this at the mall, and we would leave each other messages in a high score table. Because I mean, we were so good, we could precisely score exactly what we wanted. You know, but I mean, when you get that good at something, it gets a little old. You know, and then we can clear it. Now, the funny thing about clearing with this guy like this, they can still grab you here. So you got to be quick on the draw. But once you can, like, the ability to clear it, and the ability to shoulder block these guys without fear of reprisal, I mean, it makes it pretty simple to run through them. This guy's probably not hurt enough for this. Oh, maybe he is. Now, sometimes you'll hit the triple crown here, and they'll still be able to kick out even after you do the body press. In fact, occasionally they'll even move from this, but it's not often. Usually around the 2-minute mark, you can get rid of them. You know, you can just beat them down until their score runs down. But it's a fun game, and I still enjoy it. I own this board. I own it somewhere. Again, this is another one I've lost track of my PCB, so I'm assuming they're somewhere buried in Brent's basement. Brent's got a horde of old arcade stuff down there, including a bunch of arcade games. Huh. Always like doing that. He's got some ticket machines and some of our stuff that he was supposed to get rid of, but just never did. So, because their plans have changed a few times down there. He never got around to fully finishing that basement. But, uh-oh. I think I'm gonna, after this guy, we'll finish this one up and move on. There we go. Haven't suplexed the guy yet. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I won't. This guy, you gotta worry about he does 2 big moves. He does a clothesline, and he also does a full body press, which is actually pretty cool. There it is. And you can also do this. Now, he probably will kick me here. Or punch me, yeah. But you can actually backdrop the guys out of the ring. I think I did it at the karate fight earlier. There's the clothesline. He went for it. Sometimes you can you can trick him into coming at you with that clothesline, and you can backdrop him. Watch. Oh, he couldn't let me do it that time. Let's see if I can throw him out of the ring here. When you get him down this low, you can actually sort of do this a lot. So I hit him with one. Now, he's not quite in the proper position for me to do it over and over. If he was down a little bit lower, you've got just enough time to get back in the ring and just do it over and over. So you can just continuously body press him. By the way, the count out in Japan is a count of 20, as opposed to the count of 10 here. So, in most promotions anyway. So there you go. A little bit of Mat Mania. A fun game. It was a game of its time. First place I saw this was in Showtime Pizza. You know, back in the day. A very fun game if you're into wrestling. And if you're not, you can play it until you figure out how to beat it. You know what I mean? Let's have a little elevator action. It's a fun game. It's another one I've always enjoyed. This one, another great Taito game. What was I listening to the other day? Someone was talking about Taito not having a lot of good games. And I could not believe my ears when I heard this. Because Taito, their catalog of games are just unbelievable. So many good classes. We played a bunch tonight, frankly. And they've done so many good ones over the years. And both the elevator actions are really fun games. I remember this is another one I saw in the arcade. I was intrigued by it because of it. It's an unusual title. You know, the whole concept of going up and down elevators and doing spy stuff. I was always a big James Bond fan, so doing spy stuff I always thought was really cool. You know, and so this is like straight up, right up my alley. You know, I'll admit the spy, I wouldn't dress him quite like this in a kind of a brown windbreaker. But I like the bad guys. They got those guys right. They look like the bad guy from Bullwinkle Moose. You know, what was that guy's name? Boris Badenoff. The black hat and the black outfit. These are men in black, just like that were in Point Pleasant when the Mothman situation happened. So they got that. They did get this part right. The fact that you can get mushed in the elevator, I like that. The fact that you can mush other guys in it is cool. I like that too. I thought that was a cool thing to do. And the sequel to this really blew me away. I only found out about it a few years ago. Man, what they did a tremendous job on it. I mean, they really expanded the series exponentially with that. If you haven't played that one, that's definitely worth a look. I guess I should mention, if you haven't played this before, you have to go through all the doors here to get the secret documents out of these and avoid getting shot. That's pretty much the goal. And you have to get out in your sports car. Your guy can actually do a jump kick like that. Okay, here we go. Now, see these guys, when they get right beside the elevator, it gets a little tricky. So we'll let this guy take care of himself. Now, see that guy right there? He's begging to get on that elevator. He wants on so bad. I'm going to let him get on. Sometimes you can mush him. I'll let these two guys get on, too. You have a... There you go. Normally, if you catch them, this might be tricky. There we go. Sometimes you need to shoot and jump at the same time. That's a good strategy to use when they're right beside you. There we go. There was a game called Spy vs. Spy, and I used to read the Mad magazine, it was in Mad magazine. I used to read the comic for it, but I never really got into the games that much. This is what my idea of Spy vs. Spy would be. Much more up my alley on this. We're gonna let this guy come get some and take the less dangerous route. We'll let these guys come get some too. There you go. So long, fellas. You can see the floor number written over there, so we're okay. Now this guy's dangerous. He's right outside the door. You can sort of pick when you come out. I see that guy got mushed. I always think that's funny. There we go. And here's another guy that's going to be right beside the door, so we're just going to have to let him come out. I'm not going to risk it. Not in any big hurry. You can actually shoot these lights, and when you do, it makes the whole area dark. I'm not sure what the advantage is, but I mean, the area is dark. Got a guy behind me. Got lucky there, big time lucky on both those. That could have been really bad. So at this point, we're almost out of the building. So now it's just a matter of not getting shot. Because they can take pot shots across the building and come up. Now, I got unlucky there. So I've got to wait for this elevator to come back down. So I've got to hold my ground in this little nook until the elevator comes back down. I think I'll be okay, though. And then we hop into our waiting sports car, and we are gone. I like the idea that the guy's got a sports car. That's how you play all-air action. Rinse and repeat. And a much higher difficulty. Look at that. He was even in the elevator. There was a light gone down. I'm not sure how many. I think I maybe got 3 levels in on this before I got killed. But I always enjoy it. It's funny, I'm playing more cautiously than usual, and I'm actually doing better, so maybe that's the key. Now, you can see that guy was ducking down. They can't shoot you on the escalators. I should mention that. As long as you're going up or down, you're safe. Now, see, I've made a mistake here. Oh, shoot, there's a double mistake. I wasn't paying attention. That guy got behind me. But I've got a door on the other side. Well, lucky, that was a lucky break. That should put me where I need to be. But yeah, you have to get all those documents. You can't leave without them, so... You can see, of course, they increase the difficulty of getting the documents. There we go. I need to take the escalator here. Now, you gotta be quick here. Here we go. And something else, when those guys get on the elevator like that, they step down. What can happen is it makes their shots go at a real weird angle, and it can hose you big time. So that's part of it. And you get used to that after a while. You can see it coming. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. It's just a bad break. Like that guy, he ducked down and shot. Pretty much at that range, you're pretty much screwed. I mean, unless you just get lucky and time a jump. Like that guy could have been shooting right there, and that would have been a problem. You can see the difficulty goes up, ramps up pretty considerably on this level. Oh, there. I had to jump from a ducking position, which you can do. You sometimes have to do it. That's something you would do normally when a guy was right on top of you. Okay. So we're in a weird spot here waiting for an elevator. You sort of got to be careful, too, because if you're not paying attention, you can walk right under an elevator and you can get killed. Which I've done plenty of times back in the day. Alright, now we've got a spot here that we got a problem. So that's what you have to do right there. Jump and fire. And you've got to hope he's not doing something weird like ducking. Normally they don't duck that often, but sometimes they do. Okay, we need to catch this elevator. And we didn't catch it. That sucks. We'll have to catch this one. But see, this one, you can't go down as far. See, that's as far as that one goes. Thank God real elevators, I don't think they work like that. Now, we've got a gaggle of baddies down here. Oh, I got lucky there, right through the pompadour. That should have probably killed me, but sometimes you catch a break. Now, we've got a guy waiting here. Okay, now we've got to get all the way across here to get that. That's not going to be easy. Whoa, man. We got real lucky there. We've gotten lucky in this game. I can't say that. Not that time, though. That was one of those weird angles I was talking about. Where you sort of... we got to get all the way across. We got lucky there, too. So you can actually go in the rooms and duck in the rooms and avoid all those bullets. So we can kill all these guys. We're okay here. That guy... Well, I thought he was come up. You can see a guy came out the door. You can also get on these elevators on top if you want, but it's a dangerous proposition. Okay, now we've got a problem here. So we're going to get... yeah, and he plugged me point blank. There was nothing you could do right there. I mean, nothing I could do. Better players than me. I'm sure could do great. Yep, that was elevator action. I always enjoyed that one as well. It's a lot of fun. And the sequel, I'm not going to play it now, but this game is really good. It came out several years later. They really had a good team working on it. I thought they did an excellent job, truth be told. I thought that was a lot of fun, that game. Let's try out... You know, I was listening to latest episode of Pixel Guide In, and they talked about these games, the Dungeons & Dragons games, Tower of Doom and Shadow over Mystara, and they'd never heard of these games. I was baffled at that, because these games were a huge deal in my circles back when they came out, because we were huge Dungeons & Dragons players. And so when those came out, holy smokes, we were very impressed. Hey, I just added a bunch of Donkey Kong variants here, including this weird Donkey Kong Rainbow Edition. And this one I'm going to play now, the Donkey Kong Pauline Edition, which I read about a few years ago, where a fellow was showing his daughter Donkey Kong, and she was impressed, and she goes, well, when do I get to play as Pauline? And the dad was like, huh, I don't know. Let's do it. And so they actually put Pauline in the game as the hero, and Mario is the person you're saving. So which I think is a good idea. It seems fitting of these current times, where the damsel in distress actually ends up coming to the rescue of the guy, instead of vice versa. This wouldn't have flown back in the day, but now it flies real good. Plus, it's great. There's no reason why a little girl... Wow. That's no reason. For someone that owns a Donkey Kong, that was bad. This has a different... I mean, it's the exact same game. I don't think this changed anything, but to me, it's weird. I don't know if I'm just not used to the way Pauline looks, and but I mean, her stride, everything's seemingly the same. I'll get it though. It always takes me a little while to sink in with these. I wonder if we'll start seeing more of this, where people go and sort of put in different characters. I kind of like that. Hey, anything that gets people into Donkey Kong is cool with me, man. That's the way I look at it. Alright, Donkey. Any day now. There we go. I don't really point press on this game or anything. I just kind of like to see how far I can get. I know the great players all point press, and they know how to do all these cute tricks, like staying beside Donkey Kong and jump up and down. Now you can see we've got to pick up Mario's accoutrement, in this case pliers, a handsaw, and a looks like a screwdriver. Or a nut driver up there. Kind of funny. It's the first time I've actually played the second level of this. I do like that. As opposed to the purse and whatnot. Very clever people work on these things. This is going to be interesting. I think we can do it. Yeah, now I know we can do it. Just a simple bebop across here. And I'm going to use the hammer. And, of course, this is the American version. So we're going to end the game on the second level. Because the Japanese decided that's the way we wanted it. Look at that. True love. And hoppa. Alright. It's funny, I haven't played my actual Donkey Kong machine for quite a while. I miss it. It's funny, something else that kept me from going to the arcade was that, you know, I've got an air conditioner in there, but in the summer, there were some days where it's brutally hot, and the little air conditioner I've got there just didn't do the job, you know. But it's funny, it's easier to go out there when it's kind of colder. Like this is kind of the perfect weather, because I've got a heater out there. It's a pretty good job of keeping the arcade warm. But it just, I don't know, it feels weird to go out there by myself. I go out there occasionally, and I put a projector out there. You know, I don't have a black style movie theater or anything, but I had this old projector sitting around. I was like, you know, I should use this, and I stuck it out there, and it worked great. I watched some football out there, whoops, wow, it's been a while. It's weird, man. It's usually not that close. Whoa, what? Wonder if my diagonal's going out on me here. Gosh, can I not get a decent controller? I'm telling you, these things are killing me. Oh man. This is a little bit too much trouble. I'm screwed. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I got stuck right there. Again, these things are killing me. Killing me. This drives me nuts. I don't mind if I don't do well at something. I can live with that. I mean, trust me, you get enough practice, it's easy. But when you're hamstrung by the controller, it just absolutely wrecks me. And these old games demand precision. They demand a precision, you know, like a quality tool. You know, and if you don't have it and you're trying to play the game, it's frustrating. It's a poor craftsman that blames his tools, but it's the tool's fault. I swear to God. Man, that is weird. So they've actually I know they've ramped up the difficulty on this. I guarantee it. Because usually you can... See if I can get up here. Normally you don't have to get to that much of a rigmarole to get up there. So maybe they've got the... maybe they've got the difficulty jacked up a little bit. Or maybe they tinkered with it. You know, for really, I don't know. I don't know who worked on this or what all they did. They could have tinkered with it a little. Still plays a challenging game. I like the fact that they went the extra mile. They could have just done a little swappy and stuck Mario in there and be done with it, but they actually went the extra mile and put... Won't you get over here, you idiot? Oh, shoot. That seemed quick. Is it me? This ain't good. Get out of here. Go down. Go down. You don't want to come up here. Oh, man. It's getting hot up here. Yeah. Got trapped. Gosh, can I not even get to the... I'm telling you, I think it's being drained out of me here. Here we go. Oh, no. See that. You know, this is a game with a 4-way joystick. No, 2-way joystick. No, 4-way, yeah. And when you play it on anything else, I mean, there is a dip. I mean, there's no... Look at that. Like, I don't want to do that. You never, hardly ever do... Would you want to do that? Infuriating. I just ordered a brand new gamepad So I like the Xbox controllers. And lo and behold, you know how it's almost impossible to get a new 360 controller. And so I went with a well-regarded clone. All right. And I'm telling you, sure as I'm sitting here, the button, the A button on it's already jacked up. And so I'm back to using my old Xbox controller. What are you doing? Get out of there. And it's seen better days. Let's put it that way. Alright. Come on down here, you knuckleheads. Okay, be like that. Oh, look at that. That is quick. Be close. Oh, man. That is chintzy. Well, it's the Japanese version, you get to put your name in as opposed to your initials, but that's the way it goes. Wow. Yeah. Not my best work, but that's the first time I played Pauline for any length of time, so I do enjoy that. I thought that was kind of neat. Let's see what else we can get into here. No more Donkey Kong, that's for sure. Enough of that. By the way, there's another one I got, Donkey Kong Christmas. Maybe we'll play that one at Christmas time. Let's go with, we put a lot of pretty famous titles, I think. Let's try something, a little wackier. That's a game. I've almost bought this so many times that I just can't justify it. You can get one of these things for $250, and you can get the cocktail about the same price. So they're out there to be got. At least that's back when I checked last. These days, who knows? They probably cost thousands of dollars. The way things have gone. It's amazing how things have changed. Here's the D&D game I was talking about the other day on the show, Kadash. We're going to be playing a lot of Burger Time coming up, too. Oh, here's a game. Remember I mentioned that they had this at the grocery store near my house. This is another great game. Simple, but loads of fun, I always enjoyed this game. I was never what I would call great at it. There's an outstanding clone of this for the Coco, and it's called Color Car. And it is so good. And I will say I'm a better player at that than I am this. But the key to this game is landing, and also knowing when you need to jump, like there. I mean, sometimes you don't get that much time. If you can get a good chain of these guys, oh, see, there it was. If you can get a good chain of these guys into the wall, you can get some good points. The problem is, it is super dangerous to put people in the wall. Like this is, oh man, I'm going to have to play another game of this, I can tell you that right now. I'm going horribly. I like the little tune. Also, at the end of the levels of this, your guy goes to the gas station. I thought it's the only thing. It's in the middle of the road. So I was like, what? It's amazing how difficult it is to... Uh-oh, not good. Yeah, shoot. Gosh, what a horrible game. I'm not putting my name on that. Get it out. End. No. I remember this might be the first time I ever saw a continue button. The continue play. This is a Deco tape game. The Deco tape system, which was the predecessor. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. It was an attempt to have universal cabinets that would play multiple games. Well, that hadn't had dedicated cabinets that had boards in them, and it would load the games off tape. I've read about them. I've played some games on them. I believe if I'm not mistaken, that the sequel to Burger Time is on the Deco system. The ice cream, game. Can't remember the name of it, but I'm pretty sure that's a Deco game. So they had a couple games. I wouldn't call that a hit because, in fact, I can't even remember the name of it. But oh, this is gonna be a close one. Oh, yeah, made it. I don't think Burger Time itself was on the Deco though. And I swear I didn't remember this being a Deco tape game. Yeah, but it said Deco, so this may predate their tapes and just be a game that they what they worked on. So I'm not going to sit here and say it for any sureliness that sureliness is a word now. For sure that's what's going on. But Deco, they did make a tape system. It's neat how there was a never-ending journey in arcades to reuse cabinets, and I don't blame them. They're heavy, hard to move, and any of the dedicated cabinets, you can only use them for one game or maybe a couple, unless you go in and rewire them, which is a huge hassle. Oh, that's not good. Oh, here we go. Amazingly, the song never gets old. Oh, that's not good. Oh, almost made it, though. Here we go. I always wonder what these cars were. Like, what is that? Could they not use real cars? What the heck is that? It's like a generator or something on it. Now the jump's coming up, and I want to jump. Son of a gun. Oh, man, that's so frustrating. Well, that's into me. Yeah, you can stop beeping now. I like the dump truck. That's appropriate in my case. Because that score wasn't the dumps. No thank you. Continuing is no good. Let's see what else we can get into here. There's Buggy Boy. People remember that for the Specky, I believe, and the I know the Amiga had a port. I wasn't overly impressed with Buggy Boy, you know, but I know some people really dig it, so more, you know, more power to you. Bonk's Adventure was in the arcade? That I didn't know. Huh. Who'da thunk it? That's weird. There's Bloodstorm. That's the sequel to Time Killers, which is, it also stinks. I like Time Killers, but that sucked. I hated that. Big Karnak. I played a lot of Karnak back in the day. That's a pretty good game. Let's see here. And my kid loves B-Rap Boys. Let's play a little bit of Bad Dudes. This was in the student center at Marshall when I was going to school there. And this was partially responsible for my ultimate demise at Marshall. I played this a lot in the arcade. This and Tetris. And then at the arcade across the street from the school, they had WWE Superstars and WrestleFest. And that pretty much finished the job. So I was immature. I wasn't, I mean, well, some people would say I still am. I wasn't mentally prepared for the rigors of living on campus or off campus and going to college. I just wasn't ready for it. I'm not sure I ever will be. Just didn't like going to class and kind of awkward, you know, at the time. I was a much more, I don't know what to say, shy. I didn't like, I'm a lot different than I am now. Pretty much now, I hit a point at some point in my life where I was just like, I know exactly where it was, really. It's when I worked at IBM, and they said, Aaron, you're now running the test cell. You're in charge. And I remember thinking to myself, well, self, you can either be a boss and take charge, or you can fail. That was my two options. And so I was like, well, I better learn to talk to people and delegate responsibility and whatnot. And I did. I learned. And when you have to talk to someone, in fact, when you have to argue with them and make them do stuff that they don't want to do, it's amazing how quickly you'll come out of your shell. Because you have to. Don't have any choice. You got to get paid. And so that's exactly what it was. Oh, you suckers. In this game, you always want to have the nunchucks. Always. There are no other weapons you want. You don't want the knives. None of the crap. You don't give a crap about the clock. Nunchucks. Non-stop. or the nunchaku, or the nunchucks, whatever you want to call them. The long pieces of wood. You also always want to drink as much soda pop as you can find. Like right now, I could go for a sody pop. That's for darn sure. I always like the backgrounds and stuff. I always like when companies use their own logos or their own buildings. I think that's great. Give me a pop. No, I don't want that. Horrible. This game showed you that how completely useless ninjas are. And it's one thing that used to bug me. It's actually vampires more than it was ninjas. But I mean, when I was a kid, like you would think that one ninja could like take on like an army. In games like this, here are like hundreds of ninjas. They're all cool looking. You know, they're all wearing cool outfits. They're all part of a ninja squad. These guys suck. I mean, they suck so bad. Why would you... Where did they go to ninja school at, you know? They're just horrible. It reminds me, if you ever seen Enter the Dragon, where Bruce Lee goes to that island of fighters, and he's fighting the big guy in front of that huge block of students, and he's crushing this guy. And the students are so lame, they just sit there and get knocked over. This guy gets knocked into them. They just suck. It's like, what kind of army do you have, Klon? These guys are horrible. If you've never seen Fistful of Yen, which is part of the movie Kentucky Fried Movie, this is a must-watch film. And that this part of the film, it's the best part, because it's a parody of Enter the Dragon, with the Zucker brothers and Airplane and Naked Gun fame are the ones that did this movie, and it's a great flick. I mean, it's funny. It's very mid-70s. You know, you've also got a Mega Punch, which I haven't used hardly at all in this. Let's see if I can get it to work. Here it goes. I'm bad. Not doing well. Used to be I could beat this guy without losing any lives, but today's not the day I'm going to be pulling that trick. A Wolverine ripoff guy. Normally, I think, as I recall, it's best if you stay up here and you can kind of punch this guy and he can't do anything to you. But there you go. Clearly, he can do something to you. So there you go. Bad Dudes. I always enjoyed that game. It's also got President Ronnie in it, so it's always a good fun. Whew. Wow. Okay. Well, let's see what else we can get into here. Plenty of time. Plenty of fun to go.